Yeah, I can think of three that right off the top of my head. So economic uncertainty, caused by fluctuating market conditions, it's going to impact the ability to accurately forecast and plan. So like an example would be if interest rates go up, consumer spending goes down, which decreases the need for raw materials for finished goods. So that's a big one, economic uncertainty. How do you plan around that? So let's look at the next one. In line with economic uncertainty, supply chain disruptions that can be caused by unforeseen events. So I don't know, what are some examples? If we look at the 2020 pandemic, that's a really good example. We're still paying as consumers for the cost of that supply chain disruption at the cash registers today. So you could look at future cases, any natural disasters based on the volatility of the earth, geopolitical tensions. If we look at the current trade or tariff wars that are underway, those are all going to impact and cause potentially supply chain disruptions. And I think a big one that a lot of industry leaders are talking about today is labor shortages. So they're forecasting significant labor shortages in the manufacturing and trades sectors. So I think an example of what are the challenges, why is this happening? It's attracting and retaining skilled workers for manufacturers or anyone for that matter in the trades has become extremely challenging because we live in an IT-driven employment market. So I think those three really come to mind. If I think about integrated supply chain management, which is a feature and a function of ERP, specifically Business Central calls that out. It affords manufacturers the ability to find alternate suppliers. So in the event of supply chain disruptions that are caused by geopolitical factors, you want that integrated supply chain management to be able to react quickly. So I think an example that we're all aware of is the conflict in Ukraine. One of the impacts of that conflict is a decrease in the availability of raw wheat or grain. So, food and beverage producers, they can take advantage of that integrated supply chain management feature and identify and source alternate suppliers based on geographic location. I think Cloud ERP, one of the key benefits or features, advantages is increased accessibility. So you can manage it pretty much anywhere we are where you have an internet connection and you're able to load a web browser. So this allows manufacturers to access their ERP insights from anywhere at any time. I mean, this is critical when responding to unforeseen market disruptions. I think another thing to look at that's worth valuable in calling out is the seamless integration to other cloud-based applications. So specifically, Business Central has integration capabilities to the full Microsoft suite of solutions. So you've got sales, CRM, project operations, SharePoint, Teams. I mean, these integrations, they increase the data points available to the manufacturers, no matter where they are, to make decisions quickly, as well as collaborate with other decision makers to help provide input on that decision making. I think disaster recovery is a very important one that is overshadowed or not or undervalued is a better way to put it. So disaster recovery solutions that allow you to source your data from anywhere because it's hosted in different geographic locations. You can have backups as well, so data backups across the world if you felt like it, if that's how you so desired. How is this beneficial to manufacturers and producers? In the event of energy crisis. So, for example, an entire grid goes out, taking down all of your operations or the accessibility to your enterprise resource planning solution. You can access that data through another location if you have manufacturing facilities that are located throughout the world. So that's advantageous. When one goes down, you can pick it up in another location. If we look at Cloud ERP's flexibility, the ability to scale up or down quickly, based on your business needs. I think this flexibility is crucial to manufacturers, especially when demand fluctuates based on global market uncertainties, based on financial conditions, or just consumer preferences and changes. So that flexibility for your entire solution to scale up or scale down allows you to turn up when demand is high, slow down when demand is low. In relation to that, the Cloud ERP uses a subscription as a service model or a SaaS model, which gives you subscription-based pricing. The advantage of the subscription-based pricing is in down times or down markets, the manufacturer has the ability to forecast costs, so reliable costs month over month, year over year, regardless of what's happening on the gross profit side or the sales side. At least you know when your sales are down and are fluctuating, so your revenue targets and your incoming revenue is fluctuating, you at least know that the cost of managing your solution or managing your system is going to remain the same. I think additionally, all the benefits that we talked about throughout this conversation position manufacturers. We talked about short-term global market uncertainties, possibly long-term, but short-term disruptions, those sorts of things. I think all of those tools and advantages that we went through also position manufacturers for long-term success.